Salams and welcome. Thank you for joining me in another episode of the English reading of the Quran, translation and commentary by Abdullah Yusuf Ali, published by the IPCI, the Islamic Propagation Center International. Right, so we're busy with chapter 21, which is known as chapter Anbiyaa, the prophets, and we are busy with part number 4. A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. Bismillahir rahmanir rahim. We explained in the previous episode this concept of the Big Bang, right? Do not the unbelievers see that the heavens and the earth were joined together as one unit of creation before we clove them asunder? We made from water every living thing. Will they not then believe? And we have set on the earth mountains standing firm, lest it should shake with them. And we have made therein broad highways between mountains for them to pass through, that they may receive guidance. And we have made the heavens as a canopy, well guarded, yet do they turn away from the signs which these things point to. It is He who created the night and the day, and the sun and the moon. All the celestial bodies swim along, each in its rounded course. This is a fabulous concept because it shows that every planetary object, every planet got its own orbit. Every sun of the trillions of suns, each of them got their own orbits, right? Absolutely amazing. We granted not to any man before thee permanent life here. If then thou should die, would they live permanently? Every soul shall have a taste of death, and we test you by evil and by good. Kullun nafti dha'ikatul maut. Every soul shall have a taste of death. It means that if you are born, it means this is an absolute guarantee that one day you will die. By way of trial to us must you return. When the unbelievers see thee, they treat thee not except with ridicule. Is this, they say, the one who talks of your gods? And they blaspheme at the mention of God most gracious. Man is a creature of haste. Soon enough will I show you my signs, then you will not ask me to hasten them. They say, when will this promise come to pass, if you are telling the truth? If only the unbelievers knew the time when they will not be able to ward off the fire from their faces, nor yet from their backs, and when no help can reach them. Nay, it may come to them all of a sudden and confound them. No power will they have then to avert it, nor will they then get respite. Mocked were many messengers before thee, but their scoffers were hemmed in by the thing that they mocked. Say, who can keep you safe by night and by day from the wrath of God most gracious? Ar-Rahman, Rahman. Yet they turn away from the mention of their Lord. Or have they gods that can guard them from us? They have no power to aid themselves, nor can they be defended from us. Nay, we gave the good things of this life to these men and their fathers until the period grew long for them. See they not that we gradually reduce the land in their control from its outlying borders? Is it then they who will win? Say, I do but warn you according to revelation. But the deaf will not hear the call, even when they are warned. If but a breath of the wrath of thy Lord do touch them, they will then say, Woe to us! We did wrong indeed. We shall set up scales of justice for the day of judgment, so that not a soul shall be dealt with unjustly in the least. And if there be no more than the weight of a mustard seed, we will bring it to account, and enough are we to take account. In the past, we granted to Moses, Aaron, the criterion. In the past, we granted to Moses and Aaron the criterion for judgment and a light and a message to those who do right. And the criterion is known as Al-Furqan. Those who fear their Lord in their most secret thoughts and who hold the hour of judgment in awe. And this is a blessed message which we have sent down. Will you then reject it? So let's look at verses 51 to 93. The great exemplars of virtue conquered evil, each according to his circumstances. Abraham stood staunch in the fire of persecution, unhurt. Lut was bold in reproving abominations. Noah survived the flood by his faith in a world of unbelief. David sought justice and sang God's praises. Solomon by wisdom subdued the refractory. Job was patient in suffering. Ismail, Idris and Zulkifl were true in constancy and temptation. Jonah turned to God after a short misunderstanding. Zachariah and his family were exemplars of devoutness, and Mary of chastity. All men and women of God form one united brotherhood. So the mention is made of so many honorable people. Let's just look at some of them. 1, 2, 3. So we've got Abraham, Lut, Noah, David, Solomon, Job, Ayub, Ismail, Idris, Zulkifl, Jonah, Zachariah, and Mary. Right? All amazing people. Right? So join me in the next episode as we continue with chapter 21, and that's part number, I think it's part number 6. So it's chapter 21, part number 6. Let me just make sure. Okay, I'll sort out the numbering later. I think it's part number 6. Stay well, look after yourself. Alhamdulillah.